Hello friends, welcome back. Today we are going to understand how this simple transistor-based three-phase generator circuit actually works, and why it is able to create three phase-shifted waveforms using only 3 transistors, a few resistors, and capacitors. At first glance the circuit looks simple, but internally it works like a rotating chain where each transistor depends on the previous one. What we have here are 3 identical NPN transistor stages connected in one closed loop, not as separate sections. Each transistor waits for the previous transistor to change state, and then passes the action to the next stage. Each transistor stage uses one 1K resistor from collector to the positive 9V line, one 10K resistor coming from the previous transistor collector into its base, and one 5 microfarad capacitor connected from base to the common emitter line. All 3 emitters are tied together to the lower supply rail. Now if we follow the signal path carefully, transistor 1 collector goes through a 10K resistor into transistor 2 base, transistor 2 collector goes through another 10K resistor into transistor 3 base, and transistor 3 collector returns through the next 10K resistor back into transistor 1 base. So the loop closes completely, and because of this closed loop interaction, oscillation starts and continues automatically. Let us assume transistor 1 turns on first. The moment transistor 1 turns on, its collector voltage immediately drops low. This low voltage reaches transistor 2 base through the 10K resistor, so transistor 2 switches off. Now when transistor 2 switches off, its collector voltage rises high. That high voltage is then transferred through the next 10K resistor into transistor 3 base, forcing transistor 3 to turn on. And once transistor 3 changes state, the same process continues forward again. So the conduction keeps rotating continuously, transistor 1, then transistor 2, then transistor 3, then back again to transistor 1. Each transistor is always chasing the previous one, creating a rotating sequence. That rotating sequence is exactly why phase rotation appears in the circuit. Since all 3 RC sections are identical, each section introduces the same delay. And because one complete cycle is divided equally into 3 parts, the total 360 degrees naturally splits into 120 degrees per stage. That means waveform 1 appears first, waveform 2 follows approximately 120 degrees later, and waveform 3 appears another 120 degrees after that. Now if you observe the outputs across the capacitors, the waveform does not look square. Instead it looks rounded. This happens because capacitors never charge instantly. They always charge and discharge gradually following the exponential charging law. V equals max into 1 minus e raised to minus t upon RC. Because of that, the collector side produces square pulses, but the capacitor smooths those transitions and the waveform begins to resemble a pseudo-sine shape. That is why in Forstad you see curved waveform tops instead of sharp square edges. Now about the frequency. The frequency remains very low here because the timing components are 10K resistors and 5 microfarad capacitors, and all 3 stages participate together in one timing loop. Using the approximation, F almost equal to 1 upon 2.2 into R into C into N. Where N is the number of stages, the result comes close to around 3 Hz only. So this is a very slow oscillation. This proves the circuit can generate 3 phase-shifted outputs, but it also has some practical limitations. The phase positions are not perfectly locked, and the amplitude can shift if transistor beta changes. Because of transistor saturation, distortion also appears, so the outputs are not precision-grade signals. That means the circuit is excellent for demonstrating phase generation, but not accurate enough to directly drive an inverter power stage. If you want cleaner inverter driving signals, then it is better to take outputs only from the collectors. You can use transistor 1 collector as phase 1, transistor 2 collector as phase 1, and transistor 3 collector as phase 3. After that feed these outputs into a comparator stage, a Schmitt trigger, or a MOSFET driver stage. Then the waveform becomes much cleaner and far more suitable for practical power applications. So friends, that's it for now. I hope you liked this simple 3-phase generator circuit idea using BC547 transistor. Thank you for watching.